Divas Divos, it's me, just Londa. Have you subscribed? Have you joined the fam bam? Join the madness, join the fun. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Believe you and me, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. I go on a rant. Well, not a rant, but I just kind of tell you what's been going on with me, why I hadn't been posting as much, and the things that come with me as far as my health goes. I did buy this ColourPop, what is it, Sure Thing pressed powder palette. I think this is a winner. I do think that they are really pigmented. I wish they would come out with stuff for what you get. It's really good, and I just think that ColourPop could, you can cater to us brown girls, as if you want to. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So on that note, divas and divos, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful baking footage. Alright, so for the sake of the video, I've already kind of done my brows. I have Juvia's Play Shade 2. I'm starting to really like this stuff on my eyes. So I bought this, and I just want to say, I think this is not my first time using this. This is my second time using this. The footage, once I've played it back because I was sick. I had that Rona. Yeah. 2 years. 2 years. I've gone 2 years. My family gone 2 years without being sick. And my husband gets sick. And we were out of town, and my husband gets it because I, being the wife that I am, I know my husband, and something wasn't right about him, and he falls ill. And he didn't think, I didn't think that's what it was. I just really thought that it was because of the stuff that he had did that day. That day he was out in the sun and he was doing a whole lot of moving and stuff. So it never once crossed that it was going to be that. I took care of him while at my parents' house, and then my daughter fell ill later on that day too. And I'm like, well, shoot, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But then it ends up being because she does have sickle cell, so it was more towards that. But I was taking care of him. I tried to stay without being sick. I was washing my hands, I was sterilizing, I had my mask on when I was giving him his food and stuff. And then that Wednesday, my son and I were sleeping in the bed together because my daughter was in the hospital for her sickle cell crises. And so my son and I were sleeping together. But my children are weird. My family are weird. Like, they rather sleep with this fan on, and then they have the air conditioning on top of them and things like that. And like having that air being blown on me, like I felt that I was getting sick. So I just thought that it was because of that. That happened on Wednesday. Like, my throat started getting a little ticklish. But the day afterwards, that Thursday, I was like, my husband's like, we're leaving. He's like, I'm leaving. He's like, I am not staying in this room any more longer. I was like, all right, well, we can go home, and then we'll leave Jeanne there. And my parents will, just kind of take care of her once she gets out. So that happened. Him and I and my son, we take that risk. Like, we find out that he has Rona on Saturday night, Sunday morning. by that Wednesday, we were on our way home to South Carolina. I mean, to Georgia from South Carolina. And I had a tickle in my throat, but again, I just thought it was because of the fact that, you know, I slept with my son, and my son, like, we're weird. Like, my children are way weirder than I am, but I just figured it was because of the fact that I had that air blown on me. And then Thursday, it's getting worse. Friday, I'm like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I worked in this department for a whole year. I know how this virus, pretty much at least how I thought, you know, how it worked. Take a test, boo-boo. So I believe it was either Friday or that Saturday, I took a test and that thing popped up like a pregnancy test. You hear me? I was like, I knew it. I said, but that's weird because as far as the CDC guidance that they give, you know, us and everyone, you know, you're able to be around other folk and not just be around other folk, but, you know, not be contagious within the first 48 hours is when you're the most contagious because you don't really show any symptoms. And this was not the case with this go round. You hear me? Unless it stays dormanted, and that's the only thing that I could think that happened to my son and I. Like it stayed dormanted. But yeah, I was sick. My throat was like blazing. It was on fire. And like all the other symptoms that were coming along with it, I was like, this crap is for the birds. I already have back issues because of just like some health issues that we'll go into later. But I just kind of figured, I knew from working in the COVID department that, you know, is going to kind of play off on the stuff that I already had going on. Like if I had back issues, it's going to really bother that. My ears continually feel muffled every now and then. But for the most part, my throat is fine. And yeah, like I still have like a little bit of cold lingering. And my best friend, one of my best friends, because I only have two, and you'll meet her, probably already have met her. It all depends on what will be put up. I have no clue. She was like, well, you had COVID. She was like, how did you go so long without having COVID? I was like, I don't know. I said, I always told you, I believe is what you're made up of. I've always believed in, I was a firm believer in that it was whatever you are made up of. And I don't know. I was just always a believer. It was whatever you were made up of. Some people would get it and some people didn't. Thank God my daughter hadn't gotten it, because that would have been a mess on its own in a journey, because of her already having, you know, sickle cell disease, and then her having COVID. That would be a lot. That would have been a hot mess really. So I did do a look, and I'm gonna insert this look right there. It didn't come out properly because I was still sick, and I just wanted to film, and it just didn't come out as best as I could have gotten it to come out. So therefore, I'm just doing it over again. But other than that, health-wise, I do have found out I had some thyroids. Let me tell you something, ladies. If I'm a lady of a particular age, I know I don't act like it, especially when I'm hanging out with my friends. Or when I come here, sometimes that doesn't seem like it, but I am a lady of a particular age. And I kind of figured that I was going through menopause. I've been having menstrual issues for over a year. And I just kind of like, well, you know, I'm going through menopause. You know, I guess me having another child is out the question, because that was something that my husband and I really wanted. Like, I really kind of wanted it organically, but I just kind of figured that it was because I was going through menopause, or beginning stages of menopause. This is where we're at. So I'm looking at this. I'm going to look at this eye, and I'm not seeing the same stuff that I saw before. Before I had saw where it would be more like it looked where it was just not blending, or where it had oxidized at. But right now I'm not really seeing that. So, which is good. Because I kind of thought that maybe it could have been the primer, which is, this is the same primer, but no, it's not. With my job, downsizing because COVID was moving slow. COVID, I guess, is not a thing. They decided to downsize the team. So right now they're working with a skeleton crew, and that gave me some free up time to, okay, well, let me see if I'm going through menopause, and let me go ahead and get on birth control, because I was having these big flipping clots, like massive clots coming out. And then it would be like, not only massive clots, but it would be like my menstruation would just be sitting in my body until I move, and then it goes everywhere. But again, being a particular age, I just kind of felt that, okay, I'm just going through menopause. I set an appointment, and I go to the OBGYN on base, and just to get like a pap smear and see what's going on with my insides, things like that, because I was trying to really get on birth control too, because of what was going on with my menstruation. I was like, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and call it a wrap. Pardon me. Let's go ahead and just call it a wrap. Let's go ahead and just get on some birth control. I go there and I'm going to use this pink color from MAC. I'm pretty sure they don't even have this anymore. It's Funfair. I go there and I let them know what's going on. And they was like, okay, well, we'll just check it out and everything. I was like, all right. And I go to get a pap smear and they can't do the pap smear because the situation that I explained to them about it. So they advised that, you know, I need to go ahead and go off base and get some scans done. And I do that and find out that I have a fibroid. Well, I was told that I had a fibroid and it was as big as 3 inches. I was like, oh, all right. But then they had me go somewhere else and to another doctor because I need to get that checked out. And apparently there's 3 of them in there and it has me protruding like I'm pregnant 20 weeks. And my mom's like, that's why you have a stomach. She's like, you've never had a belly. Even when I was heavy, I just never had a belly. And then I don't know. I never had a belly and I have one. And then we also talk more. He gives me a pap smear and stuff. We talk some more. And I tell him about the issues that I have about my legs. And apparently he does what their doctors do. And I have some vein disease that needs procedures done. So, yeah. I have fibroids, 3 fibroids that sits in my uterus like triplets. And I have this vein disease. So I'm going to have surgery done. I want to document it. If you want to know a little bit more in depth about everything, let me know. And I'll be honest with you because, you know, saying that I'm going to have a partial hysterectomy, I cried and was depressed for about 2 weeks. Because I felt that my husband wouldn't look at me the same. I felt that my womanhood was being stripped from me. Even though I was going to go on birth control, but something as permanent as that, I felt like that was taken from me. I have a wonderful husband and he assured me that, you know, we're good. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you need to stop that. He was like, I want you to be healthy. And, you know, he's saying everything that a great husband should. And, yeah, now I'm all right with it. Now I'm all right with it. So, yeah, this is coming along nicely. I'm going to clean this up, put on my base, and come back, and then we'll tie up some loose ends. Alright, so now that I have like my base on and everything, that will be the next video. So I have some new products that I'm using on that side. Let me finish my under eye is what I wanted to get to. But yeah, it's been a roller coaster. Um, I will say this, ladies. Um, if you think something is off, get it checked out. Because you could think it's just one thing and it can be something totally different. And, you know, we're in this mindset where we just think that, you know, well, this is how it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. But is it supposed to be like that? You know, are you supposed to have golf balls, clots coming out? You know, I was just being naive one. Like, I call my husband a pussy because he's always at the doctor's office for something or another. He said the military is breaking him up. And I don't think so. Maybe when he was younger, when they used to do those war games, but he hadn't played war games in ages, so yeah. I love how this look had turned out. That other look was not the move, honey, at all. So I'm glad I gave it a second chance. Also, I did buy that Palopily from Ace Beauté. So once I get it, I will be doing a review on it. I just bought the palette. I didn't want anything else, so I'm sorry if you thought we were going to be playing the game. That's not what I came for. I just definitely want that really sung to me. And Vanessa Myricks is bringing back her palette. Like, she's doing the 8-pen palette. I'm getting it for sure because I actually bought from eBay I bought this from eBay and these are so gorgeous. Oh my god, they are so gorgeous. So I was just holding on to it, hoping that she would bring it back, and she is bringing it back, and you best believe we are going to we are going to play. We are definitely going to play. I'm just gonna put the inner shimmer color on right quick. I must admit, this look has redeemed that other look. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't think that it was... Ugh. I just didn't like the whole look of it. But this came out much better. Actually, I'm going to bring this over a little bit more so it can kind of blend into it. Yeah, I like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am going to put on a lippy, maybe do something to this head of mine. I'm not sure. If not, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'll give you some swatches. Alright, divas and divos, this is the finished look. So for foundation today, I do have on Heyyyy Glowish or Glowish by Heyyyy Beauty moisturizer, tinted moisturizer foundation. I believe it's called Deep Tan on my face. I have bought the new bronzer from Morphe, the Bronze Show in Cocoa Hua. Looks like this. I was going to do like a comparison with Lida, but I cannot find it. I don't know where it's at all. Blusher, I do have on Be Rouge from Jaclyn Hill. And then the highlighter, it is Snow Flush Extra Dimension Skin Finish by MAC. You know, I love this. They need to come out with more stuff like these. Like, these are their sellers. It used to be their eyeshadows, but now it's their Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. Those things are... Okay, so let's get back. Oh, and on my lips, I'm so sorry. I do have on lip liner that is NYX Brown and Barely There by Juvia's Place lip gloss, and the lashes are mine when I thought I was going to come out with some. Okay, so let's just get into these deets. So I know they have ColourPop has the blue color one, has a brown color one, and I do believe it's like a sunset color. And this is it here. It looks really good. The first look around, I don't know what happened. Again, it could have been that I was sick and I wasn't like really paying attention on how my makeup had looked. But I did have like some troubles where it didn't look like it was, it looked like it had oxidized. But I don't have that issue today. Or tonight, I should say. That issue is not a thing, at least from what I can see. This is a cute, for what it is cute. Before I would say that I didn't like it because I couldn't really see like the colors on it. And again, on my skin tone. And maybe it was because I was sick. Or maybe I was just wanting a little bit more depth and dimension, thinking that it was going to show up a little bit more. But even if you can see it, like, it's a berry color. And I am brown skin, so berries may not show up in that depth field that I am looking for. So I might need a little bit of assistance, maybe something with a little bit more pigment, more of a brownie color, and then add that onto it. But I just wanted to strictly use this and see how it was going to turn out the second go round. So the second go round, it is nicer. I think it's really pigmented. For what you get, it's cute. It's cute. It really is. Because I did not buy the Patrick Tar one, I just thought I would go with this one. So yeah, Divas, for what it's worth on a brown skin tone person, it's cute. I think you should get it. I think it's nice. So yeah, comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this just little bit of chit chat and tell you what was going on with me. And yeah, Divas and Divos, thanks for watching, rating, subscribing, all that good jazz that makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. Peace and peace. Bye.